What's up, everybody? Trainer Jeff here. I'm glad you're with me. I have updates about the company, and then I have the simplest way to lose weight through the holiday season in the next 30 days while still enjoying the holidays, while not limiting yourself on calories, while not saying, well, I better not drink anything because I'm on this diet that Jeff proposed. It's none of that. It is the simplest way. I promise you'll lose 2 pounds most likely, meaning minimum. But some people will lose more, just depending on your physiology and what state, if it's super ready and receptive to losing weight, or if maybe some bad habits have been preceding this video here, and it's going to be like, wait, what's going on? We're doing something different and healthy, and it's got to adjust. And that adjustment means it kind of goes into a standstill, and then it loses weight. So if you've been practicing some good habits and doing some walks, some workouts, all that, you might lose more than 2 pounds. And if you haven't, you'll probably still lose 2 pounds in 30 days by not cutting calories, but doing a few simple things. Okay. So next step, gratefully, is doing well. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the encouragement that you guys have had. And I'm happy to be a one-on-one studio and also have the online program to meet your guys' needs, because I know I've discourage gyms through flu season because they are petri dishes for germs. Even before this pandemic, it's been just cited time and time again that they're gross. And so the one-on-one studio where I spray everything down after each session, I know you guys have appreciated it. I've appreciated it. Of course, being still in business is a feat in this year, sadly enough. And so I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm grateful to have some semblance of normalcy by being able to have you guys on your workout routines and your body work routines and your stretch routines with me. So thank you guys. So things are going well. The procedures are in place as far as masks and all that good stuff. I've got enough bleach to last till 2022. I've got enough cleaner that I infuse with just a little bit of bleach to make sure that everything is disinfected. If you've seen me, I spray it down and I leave it, because that is the true way to disinfect it. And then I'll come by and wipe it down, a couple minutes, 3 minutes later, but it has to actually sit on the surface to disinfect it. I do that. So you're walking into a clean room every time. And yeah, it's great. So thank you guys for sticking with me. And I do have room for a few more clients. So if you or anybody you know needs body work or physical rehab or personal training, you can send them my way. And I will get them on the books, and I appreciate the referral. I'll send you a little bonus, a little gift as a result. But yeah, that's it. So gratefully, my schedule's pretty full, but it's got room for a few more. So I'd love to see you or your friends and family. And so just reach out. So now, how to lose weight through the holidays without big diets, without counting carbs, without doing all this crap. I get so confused about all the nutritional diets out there and all this works, no, that doesn't work, but this works. It's a high fat diet is great for you. No, it's a high carb diet and a low fat diet that's great for you. And it's like, what do we do? Well, I've been reading the time-tested methodologies, the person that analyzes all the diets, all the studies, and he's like, you know what? A lot of this stuff doesn't even matter. Here's what matters. And he goes for causation, not correlation. And he uses big studies that are well done instead of sample size of 5 people over the course of 2 weeks. And they showed this, so you should do this. He discards all that. And he uses, his name's Dr. Jason Fung. And he uses everything to crack weight loss, weight gain, and how to do it effectively. And so I'll give you 3 easy things to do. 1, 12 hours, no eating every day. That means you still have 12 hours to eat and enjoy all the food you want to enjoy. But 12 hours, make sure that you have 12 hours of no eating and no drinks that have calories in them. Or let's rephrase that. No sugarful, no alcohol, no things that have artificial sweeteners that are no calorie. You can still have alcohol. You can still have those things, but for 12 hours, do not have those things, so that your body is truly fasting, that it is using not only the glycogen, the energy in your bloodstream, but it uses all that energy, and then it has to tap into the energy in your fat storage, in your liver, in your true physiology that we're holding on to. Because if it always has fuel running through your bloodstream, it's just going to take that because it's easier. So we need to have a true, 12-hour fast, so that it's like around hour 8. It's like, well, we're out of fuel in the bloodstream. What do we do now? It's like the liver's like, hey, I'm a little fat. Pull from me. I've got some extra glycogen. I've got some extra fuel, and then it taps into the fat storage in the body, et cetera, and even the glycogen in the muscles and all that. And so we can actually lose weight if we have 12 hours of no calorie, no artificial sweeteners, any of that intake. If we just truly just have water for that time, or tea for that time would even be okay, without caffeine, and that is step number 1. So you can eat dinner at 8 p.m. You can have alcohol until 8 p.m., but just don't eat anything until 8 a.m. If you have dinner till 9 p.m., not recommended, not ideal, but if you do, then just don't eat anything till 9 a.m. And your body will be able to lose weight effectively. Second thing, start your first meal of the day with an avocado. That doesn't mean that's all you have. You can have your normal breakfast, but just add an avocado. It's nutrient dense, it has good fiber, and it has the healthy fats that your mind and your body needs to get moving and to process get started for the day effectively. So 12 hours, nothing, and then avocado with your first meal, and then I'll add the bonus here just to keep your attention in some weird way. The bonus would be if you eat 2 teaspoons or drink 2 teaspoons of vinegar before your biggest meal of the day. And if you do that, it's going to keep the blood sugars lower. And blood sugars, again, spike insulin, and insulin is why we gain weight. It's cortisol and insulin are the 2 things. And so the more we spike our insulin production, the more resistant we become to insulin breakdown. And then if we can't break it down, we store it as fat. And so if you can do things to minimize insulin spikes, which apple cider vinegar, and I actually do capsules of that every day as a supplement. You do that before your biggest meal of the day. It'll minimize or help cap. It'll put a governor on how high your blood sugar and your insulin production goes or release goes, and therefore will be less prone to be insulin resistant. That's a study for another time that I'll tell you about. But 2 things of vinegar before your biggest meal is ideal. And now, with either your biggest meal or your second biggest meal, doesn't matter which one, add fiber-dense nutrient, meaning obviously we think of beans first, but whatever is super rich in fiber. And I do a cup of beans. And your body adjusts, so you don't have to worry about negative effects or embarrassing effects that happen. But when your diet low, when your fiber low, and then you add fiber to your diet, like your body's like, holy shit, and that's an adjustment process. Well, then once you start taking in proper amounts of fiber, which all of us are way low on our fiber intake, I promise you, except for you 3 annoying people in the world. We're all low on that. And so if we can add that to our biggest or our second biggest meal, what it actually does is it prevents 8%, almost 10%, 8% of our total caloric intake for the day from entering into our body, from being absorbed. And so if you do have, oops, I had a bad day, 3,000 calories. Well, 8% of that, if you're doing high fiber in that day, is not absorbed. And so really, that's almost cutting 300 calories, which is equal to a workout, right? And then imagine if you did work out that day, then you're burning about 600 calories in that day. And so all by adding fiber and avocado and then having 12 hours of no eating artificial sweeteners or any calories, you can lose, I promise, 2 pounds or more in the next 30 days. Even with the holiday celebrations, even with a little more alcohol intake, even with mixed up schedule routine because we have more time off, but that doesn't mean we're actually doing more activity, things like that. So do those things, and I want to hear from you as soon as you start to see the scale drop And if you've had some unhealthier habits recently, it will take about 2 weeks before you see the scale start to drop. If you've had healthy habits recently, your body will probably take to it a little bit quicker, and you might see the scale change in 5, 6, 7 days. Try these things, live life well. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm glad that I could serve you guys in 2021, and hope to talk to you soon. See ya.